All right. So let's start the demo. Uh, First of all, thank you so much for joining the today's demo organized by Ellipse Education. Um, so first of all, let me introduce myself. Hello everyone. I am Abhishek Agrawal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I am having 8 years of experience totally into Azure cloud background. And with me in the today's demo, Vail Murugan will be assisting us. He has 15 years of experience working in Apache Spark, Databricks, Hadoop, AWS, and Snowflake background. He will be the tutor for your Snowflake course, right? And with me, I will be assisting him to organize the things, organize the demo, and go through certain part of the overall course curriculum. So first of all, let me introduce what we do in Education Ellipse, right? We started Education Ellipse back in COVID time when we have like when we were working from home and then we got some extra time to work in the site because we were not going into the office daily. So during that time, we started helping our friends to basically get a job in Azure cloud field because Azure cloud field, AWS cloud field, because many people were losing their job in COVID time. And then many of our friends got a job into Azure and AWS cloud domain and Snowflake cloud domain. So then we started teaching other students or other people, and then five students became 10 students, and became 10 students become 15 students, and then we thought of opening a company in which we can basically teach what we do in the companies, and then it can help people to also switch their profile and get a real-time experience. So that is what we do in the education ellipse. Okay. So as I told you that here the people, the 30 to 34 people who joined today joined from one basic agenda that all of you want to switch and learn AWS and Snowflake data engineering or Azure data engineering, right? So main focus for all of you is to learn and switch your profile to Snowflake data engineering domain, right? And whenever you want to switch your profile to a new domain, be it a Snowflake, be it a Azure, or be it a AWS domain, what are the things you need? You basically need a real-time experience, real-time project experience, which we will help you to provide, right? And then once you learn this real-time project, you need to understand how to write this real-time project experience into the resume and give interviews. So that also we will try to assist you that how this real-time project we build in the companies and then how you can explain that project in the interview and crack the interview. And at the same time, all of the training which we provide, right? The Snowflake or Azure or AWS, all the training which we provide, we basically design by ourselves. We are doing those projects in our company, and that basically we try to teach in our overall training program. Okay. That too in a small batch size. So we don't have like, we don't take 100, 200 students in a batch. We will take like 20 people in the Snowflake data engineering batch, and then we will help them, we will groom them, we will help them till the time they get a job, right? That is what we will do. Okay. Now it's a personalized learning. Whatever we will be providing, it's a personalized learning, right? We will understand your profile and then accordingly suggest you the courses. Okay. We will help you with the resume building, mock interview, and then we trust our courses. We trust whatever we are offering. So we have a 7-day refund policy as well in all the courses which we provide. So the people who are not satisfied with the training, and anyways, it doesn't happen. It rarely happens, right? So the people who are not satisfied with the training can also raise a refund in 7 days if they are not satisfied, right? And we give a price guarantee as well in all the courses which we provide. And then whenever we keep our prices, right, in education ellipse, we do a thorough market research So if you get a similar course anywhere in the market in lower price, you can come back to us and we will match the price. And if the price difference is huge, we will also give you the course for free. All right. And then we have the courses, live courses such as Azure related courses, AWS related courses, Fabric related courses, and then the Snowflake related courses for which you guys are here, right? And then we also combine the Snowflake with AWS courses. We are launching a Power BI course as well. So we have many courses as well in the market, right? We also provide the recorded course material of everything: Azure, Databricks, Snowflake, Power BI, all the recorded material which we also offer. You can check out the reviews, you can check out the review videos as well. All of that you can do, right? Now let's try to open the page for which all of you guys are here, right? Which is a Snowflake data engineering course. All right. As I informed that this particular course is being designed by our trainer, Vail Murugan, right? In the today's master class, we'll understand what is modern data warehouse. Is Snowflake right for you? What are the tools and skill set you need to learn in Snowflake? How much coding you need to learn, right, before learning a Snowflake course? What are the steps you can take to switch the career, right? So we will guide you if you are 1 year of experience, 2 years of experience, 5 years of experience, 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, all of you, how you can learn and how you can switch. We will guide you for that, right? So it can be the case that the people who have 2 years of experience has a separate learning path. 5 years of people have a different learning path. 10 year of experience guy have a different learning path, right? So we will basically guide you how you can learn. Then we will give you some interview tips and salary insights. What are the salary range which you can target by doing the course, right? And in the end, you can also ask question from me and also ask question to Will regarding any sort of a like any sort of a career advice, course curriculum advice, anything you can also ask, right? So this course is ideal for the people who are looking for a Snowflake course, have a basic knowledge about SQL. We will not teach SQL in the course, right? We have a separate course curriculum for SQL. We have a separate course curriculum for Python if you want to learn that. But in this particular Snowflake course, we won't be teaching SQL, right? And then we will be basically helping you to understand what is Snowflake. If by doing this course, you will gain 3 years of experience. We will do 2 real-time project. You can also check out the videos over here, right? It is a 20 people batch size. We will take 20 students for this particular batch. We'll provide a hands-on learning, resume preparation, mock interview. We have a 7-day refund policy. And then if you get a similar course anywhere in the market, we will also give you the refund, right? And then you can also download the course curriculum from here. You can check out the course curriculum, the different course, the what is the course curriculum, right? That also you can check out from here. And then you can also check out the architecture diagram of the project which we will be building. That also you can check out from here, right? Then you can check out the Wales profile from here, right? Then you can check out the different reviews, right? Different reviews of different people that you can check out. You can check out their LinkedIn profile as well. That also you can check out, right? And after doing the course curriculum, we will give you the certificate. And in this particular course, we are offering a live course in 20,000 and then recording in this particular price for which we will give the discount in the end so that you can also get a discount for the enrollment, right? And the people who are not here for any sort of a course, just here for some knowledge, right? You will also understand what is your learning path and how you can go about it, right? So this particular masterclass would be important for you as well, so that you can understand that what are the tools you need to focus on, and then what is the learning path that you can understand. Okay. All right. So the overall the and then the people who came here, right? Sometimes you have certain questions. I was just trying to note down all the questions as well, which you guys might have. So suppose people have generally these questions such as, hey, what is cloud? What is why Snowflake, and what is Snowflake data engineering, right? what is modern cloud platform, and then what is cloud platform in general. I am a fresher, I have a career gap, I am a 5-10 years of experience guy, how I can switch, can I switch? And then sometimes you have a experience, you have question about I am from SSIS domain, I am from Informatica domain, I am from admin domain, I am from Power BI domain, can I switch, how I can switch? Then sometimes if you have a question about, hey, how much coding I should know, right? Whether I should know SQL, whether I should know Python, or how I can switch. Then how we will do live projects, how we'll practice in Snowflake, right? How we'll practice in AWS Glue during the course, right? And then how much experience I can show, how much salary I can target, right? How we'll approach the interview, right? All of this question we'll try to answer in the today's demo, and in the end, we will give you some offers so that you can enroll for the course as well, right? So this is a general like flow, right? Now like the we will follow this particular uh, flow in which we'll first go through the introduction part, which I already given to you. Then Whale will take you through that, hey, why warehouse, what is modern data warehouse, then what is data engineering, then what are the tools you should focus on, how much coding you should learn, right? And who can learn, what is roadmap, what are the courses and project you should do, where to practice, right? And then how to handle in a scenario based interview question, and then what is the salary you can expect, and all of that. And in the end, we'll give you some offer so that you can enroll for the course. So this is the overall flow for the today's masterclass, right? And if you have any question, or if you're not able to hear the voice, please type in the chat. If the screen is not visible, please type in the chat, right? So that we can correct that, right? And in between that masterclass, we will give you the option so that you can unmute yourself and also ask questions, right? So this is how the whole masterclass will proceed, right? Be attentive, just try to respond, right? And let's try to make this interactive so that it is helpful for you, right? All right, before we start, I have a one request, right, for all of you. So I really want to understand that the people who joined today, right, have how much experience in general, so that I can understand that, hey, what is a general experience? Like suppose if you are a 2 years of experience, 1 year of experience, fresher, 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience, right? And then from which particular background you are from SQL, you are from admin, right? So just type in the chat that, hey, I am like 2 years of experience SQL kind of a person, just 2 words, 3 words, that should be fine, not like detailed, so that I can understand the general audience, right, who joined the today's masterclass. And the people who are interested to get the recording of the today's masterclass, please type your number in the group chat so that I can also like reach out to you guys and give you the whatever learning material we are using, and whatever like videos that the today's recorded video we can also share, right? So just one request, please type your experience, one word about your profile, SQL, admin, whatever it is. And also if you're interested to get the today's recording, please type your number as well, right? So let's do this. And while you're doing this, so let's take 2 minutes so that you can ping, and then I will hand over to Vale so that he can continue the demo, right? So just a small request, guys, please type your number, your profile a little bit, 1 year of experience or SQL or whatever experience you have. And then I will hand over to Vale so that you can continue the demo, right? All right, let me check. Few people already pinged their number, right? 6 years AWS, 12 years Informatica. Got few reply, guys. Please go ahead and just like write your experience and profile. It would be really helpful for us, and also really helpful for you as well, so that we can design the overall demo accordingly. Okay. All right. So please go ahead and do that, and then till the time I'm also I will request Vale to share the screen, and then like he can continue forward now. Give me a moment. I think Vale, you can share the screen and then continue the demo. While Vale is sharing the screen, guys, please go ahead and type your number, your profile a little bit, and then we can get ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I can share my screen. Thanks, Abhishek. Hi, everyone. This is Vale here. So, about myself, I have 16 plus years of experience. I've worked on enterprise applications backend applications, big data applications. I've used cloud like AWS, Azure, and I've worked on Databricks. I've used Snowflake. So I worked on different data platforms. I worked with data science, different teams across like startups, enterprise companies, like different companies. So I have good experience on the data platform, building a data platform and using Snowflake. I have a good experience. Okay. So about that's about myself. Like let us start on the today's agenda. So we will see why data warehouse is required in organization and as a why Snowflake is required and why it is used in organizations. So let us discuss about that, and we will see in the course what we cover and who can learn everything. We'll see one by one. Okay. So in enterprise, they have a data platform or analytical platform where they do data engineering. That means they collect the data, transform the data, store it for analytics. So they do analytics, data analytics. So they collect the data from various systems. So in organizations, they may have multiple systems, source systems. So systems can be like in organization, there can be multiple teams. Okay, so they can be sales team, finance team, marketing team. If they are manufacturing or a retail, they have different teams across. Like if they are manufacturing, they have suppliers. They have finance, inventory, like different teams, operational teams. So if they are retail systems, they have different teams like customer service, support, operational teams, delivery teams, like that. About the sector, there are multiple groups, business group within the organizations, and they use different applications and the data comes from different applications. So in organizations, the data comes from different sources. So they collect all the data and then they store it into centralized place. Then only they can do intelligence. Okay, so for collecting the data and storing it into central place, they use data platform. They use the analytical platform where they collect the data, they transform it
Well, I
and
think your
store
screen
it
is not
into.
visible. Your screen is not visible. You're like people are. Can you please share your screen? Try to share the screen again.
Yeah, I think I'm not able to.
So yes, can you try again now?
Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Yes, I think we can see. So you can probably
Okay.
go to the above slide or recap a bit. All right.
Yeah. So as I was telling you, like I have 16 years of experience. I worked on different data engineering projects, and I have good experience on working on Snowflake, Databricks, Azure. I worked on cloud, Azure cloud also, and AWS cloud also. So I have good experience with different things. So let us start with why data warehouse in an enterprise. Why data warehouse is required, and what they do it in data warehouse. Okay, so let us see that. So you are in enterprise, they have analytical platform. There they do analytics or they do advanced analytics like machine learning, generative AI. So you have to bring the data from various systems. So like we can see in organizations, you have multiple business groups. As I said, you have sales, finance, marketing, different business groups. So you have enterprise applications. These business groups use different applications. They use like enterprise application like SAP, for example. Let us say we have a planning team in an organization. They are manufacturing products. Let us say they are manufacturing cars. They are manufacturing turbines, or they are manufacturing big industrial devices. So your industrial manufacturing company, they have different teams. They have ERP team for planning, resource planning. They have marketing team for getting customers, delivering the thing, working with their customers. So they have marketing team or sales team, finance team, supplier team. So they have different business group in organizations, and each business group, they have different products. Within the business group, the sales team may use database like OLTP system. They may use data lake. They may use the enterprise application like SAP, Salesforce, CRM, like different application they may use. So your organization has lot of applications, and the data are coming in from different applications. So you cannot like directly do analytics on the data, and you have to centralize the data because each business units are giving different type of data. So you need to identify single source of truth from the data. You have to collect it, consolidate, and then you have to identify which is the correct data. Okay, so because each is giving different data, there can be duplicates of data, or there can be correct data coming from different sources. So you have to reconcile, you have to consolidate, and then only you have to do analytics here, or data science here, or machine learning, or generative AI. So all your advanced analytics are done on the data warehouse here. So data warehouse helps you to collect the data from various sources and then store it into your warehouse, and that can be used by your advanced analytics or analytical system. Okay, so in organization they have data warehouse. The main purpose of data warehouse to collect the data from different sources. So in if they are a small company, they may not have multiple sources, they are going to have less sources. But if an enterprise company, they are operating in different regions and they have multiple applications, they have multiple teams, then the sources may be 200 or 300 sources. The data sources may be huge. Okay, so they have to collect from all the data sources, bring it to your warehouse, and in warehouse, the data will be in raw form. So they have to transform the data. They have to convert the data into structure, like a structured form or in a aggregated form. So they can build application on top of that. They can build analytical applications. They can build data science applications. They can build data products. Okay, in the current scenario, companies are working. They are building data products, and it's used by consumers. Who are the consumers? Again, it's internal. The data products are used by internal part to see companies' growth, to see each team's performance, to see revenue. So all this thing are used by internal users, like different teams, your top level management or the business group. So the data stored, it's going to give you a business high level perspective of each business unit and their productivity and their operational activity. Okay, so you are collecting the data from different systems, storing it and analyzing it, and then doing intelligent help organizations. It helps organization to grow. Okay, so by implementing data warehouse, you are implementing, you are bringing a information system to the organization. So from that, organization can do intelligence. They can build intelligence. They can do a lot of things from the data. Okay, so the importance here is from the various sources you are collecting the data, bringing it into the data warehouse layer. So it can be used for analytics, it can be used for data science, or it can be used for different kind of intelligent activity. Okay, so the data can come in different type from different sources. The data can come from e-commerce systems. The data can come from social media. The data can come from SaaS applications. It can be enterprise data, corporate data, or third-party data. So data can come from different forms. So you have different layers here: data sources, storage layer, processing layer, analytical layer, and then intelligence layer. Okay, so intelligent layer, you can see it's dashboards, machine learning systems, self-service systems. So this is intelligent layer, which is going to help organizations to build data products, to build data applications. Okay, so these are the consumers who are using our data platform. And here the data can come in raw form. You can store it in data lake or data warehouse. So we need to know what is data lake, what is data warehouse, and we are going to get different form of data. So I may get data like a very raw form of data from IoT devices, like sensor data. I'm going to get from like different devices. I'm going to get the data in raw form. So I'm going to get the data in raw form. I'm going to get data in structured form also. I may get data in CSV forms. So from ERP system, you are going to get data in different. So in a data storage layer, you do processing, you store the data, transform the data, you do ETL activity. So in a data platform, you have ETL systems, you have storage systems, you store it into data lake, you store it into data warehouse. Okay, why we need multiple storage systems? Why we need data lake? Why we need database? Why we need data warehouse? We will discuss about that. So we will discuss about why we need all the storage layers. Okay, so far we have seen in organization data warehouse helps to collect the data from various sources, store it into a centralized layer, so consumers can use it. Consumers can use it and perform intelligent business intelligence on the data. And the data can be stored in different layers on data lake or data warehouse. So you store the data from get the data from various data source, and you store it into your storage layer, and you do processing of data. You do transformations here. Okay, so we have different layers in organizations. So we have different layers. Let us discuss about the layer. So we have ingestion layer. So this is the ingestion layer, collecting the data from sources ingestion, processing layer, consumption layer. So you can have 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers. Like that, you can have multiple layers in organizations. So you may, as a data warehouse, we use any of this layer. So let us see that how we can do it. Before that, let me. So we need to know what is OLTP, what is OLAP. Okay, so this is very important. No? So because we are discussing about data storage systems here. So we are discussing about storage systems. 1 second, let me bring a slide here. Okay, you can see here. As I said, in organization, they have database, they have data warehouse, they have data marts and data lake. Why? Why they need to have different thing? They want to store the data. They want to store the data which is coming from application. They can store it in database, right? Why they need different storage layer? So the purpose is we are going to get different data, right? So I may get sensor data. I'm going to get social media data. So this sensor data is in JSON form, or it can be in XML form. And social media data can be images, it can be video files, it can be JSON. So you are going to get unstructured data, structured data, semi-structured data. So from the sources, you may get different type of data. So, and if you are coming, the data is coming from e-commerce, that data may be in a structured form, and the data are predefined schema. It may have a schema, and you can have a predefined schema. And the problem is when you are using database has a limitation. It cannot scale. Okay, so if you are using MySQL, if you are using SQL Server, Oracle, all your OLTP system cannot scale. Scale means after a point you will have a performance issue. So that means if you are trying to store large amount of data, you are going to have performance issue, or you are going to have memory issues. So you cannot store large amount of data in your OLTP system. Like we call it as operational transaction processing system. That is what OLTP is. It's meant for transaction processing. So it is having faster reads, and you can write off faster, but you cannot store large amount of data. So you have only recent data. You have 6-month data or 1 year data. You don't have all the data here in OLTP. So a company is operating for 10 years. So do you think they will have all the 10 years data here? They will not have in OLTP system. They will have 1 year data or 6-month data. Why? Because it cannot scale and it has a limitation. If you're storing all 10 years of data, performance will go down. When you're running queries, it will affect the end users. They will have a bad performance. So they store only limited data here in OLTP. And if you why we need 10 years of data? So I need current 6 month of data or 1 year data. Why I need 10 years of data? When you are doing analytics, when you are doing advanced analytics, or when you are doing machine learning, or when you are doing generative AI, you need historical data. Because when you are working on machine learning or analytics, you are going to compare previous data, previous year data or previous patterns. So you want the historical data. By comparing that only, you can do predictions. So when you're going to work on generative AI or machine learning models, they do predictions. For that, they need historical data. So you need 10 years of data that they will analyze it, see the patterns. They will train your models, train the machine learning models based on the historical data so that they can predict the future. So when you are working on analytical systems, when you are working on advanced analytics or intelligent systems, you need historical data. So historical data is not there in database. Then where we can get it? We can get it from data warehouse. So in data warehouse, we call it as OLAP system. So OLAP system, the advantage is it can scale. It can scale easily, and it can scale because it's operating on multiple machines. It can scale, and that we are discussing about OLAP systems like Redshift, Snowflake, BigQuery. Okay, we are not discussing about on-premises data warehouse system. We are discussing about modern cloud-based data warehouse system, which can easily scale because it's operating on cloud. It can work on multiple machines, so it can do parallel processing, so it can easily scale. Okay, so you can store here historical data, you can store current data. So this is where the organizations are going to use analytics, machine learnings, all their historical data they are going to use from data warehouse. Then what is data mart here? So here you have organization wide data in data warehouse. Your data mart is again a data warehouse. It's a data warehouse like system, but it has department specific data like finance data, sales data, HR data. So it's going to have like business specific data. That is what your data mart is about. So it is specific to a business group, whereas your data warehouse are as organization-wide data. Then why we need data lake? So we have data warehouse, we have data mart. Then why we need data lake? So in data warehouse and data mart, you can store only structured data. Like we create tables and we store only structured data. Whereas in data lake, we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. So data lake is like if you have AWS, in AWS you have S3 where you can store, create buckets and store any form of data. Okay. So in organizations, you use different type of data layers. Okay. So that is what we OLTP and OLAP system is about. So your Snowflake is a OLAP system. It's meant for large scale analytics and it can run complex queries and it can be used for intelligent layers. Okay, that is the difference between OLTP and OLAP. Okay, so in Snowflake, it's meant for large data scale data processing. It's an online cloud-based data warehouse system. Okay, so that is what data warehouse is about. Okay, so in modern data platform, we use Snowflake for storing the data and for storing organization-wide data, and that is they are going to use it for advanced analytics for doing intelligence here. Okay, that is where it's used. Okay, so data warehouse are going to help organizations to build data products, to build data applications. They use the data from data warehouse or data mart and build the data products. It's used by consumers, it's used by different teams for building data products. Okay, so I'll show how architecture like a AWS Snowflake architecture will look like. You can see this is how. So ingestion layer, transformation layer, consumers. This is how our architecture will be. So let us see one more architecture. Okay, you can see here. So I'm collecting data from various sources. I'm ingesting data. I'm bringing the data into my data warehouse through ingestion systems. And in my data warehouse, I am doing transformations and then the consumers are using the data. Okay, so you are storing the data into data warehouse. You are collecting the data through using ingestion systems and you are transforming the data. In the data warehouse, you have landing, you are transforming the data from raw format. You are transforming the data and creating a data marts. So the data marts can be used by consumers. So this is what we do it in data platform. So this is where data engineers are required. So as a data engineer, we work on ingestion you work on transformation layers. So you work on the collection of data, transformation of data, or you work on the ETL pipelines here. Okay, so this is what we do it in the data engineering. Now in this course, what we are going to learn, we will see the syllabus and what tools we are going to learn. We will see one by one. So in this course, we are going to learn about Snowflake. So we will see. So we are going to use Snowflake. We will understand how you can copy data, how you can do bulk loading of data, and how you can do batch processing, how you can do streaming, how you can like use Snowpipe. So we are going to see different kind of ETL pipelines, how we can do ingestion of data through using different pipelines, and how we can do transformations. So you can see these are all our ingestion. So ingestion, you can do it in various ways. I can use copy command. I can bring the data as a CSV file, JSON data. I can bring it to Snowflake, or I can bring the data from database. I can do use copy command and bring the data, or I can bring the data from streaming system like IoT systems or servers, log files through streaming systems. I can bring the data through Kafka. I can bring it to Snowflake. So, or I can bring it from SaaS application, data applications, or from different data shares. So from data is shared by another Snowflake system, you can bring the data to data set. So all this way are ingestion of data into your Snowflake. So we are going to see all the ingestion process. We are going to see transformations. So transformation using DBT, transformation using Snowspark. So we will see different ways how we can do transformation. So we will cover ingestion using different ways, copy command, using Snowpipe, ingestion using Airbyte. So we are going to learn Snowflake. We will use DBT for transformations, and for orchestration we will use Airflow. Okay, so we are going to learn Airflow here for orchestration, and the Airbyte we will use for ingestion of data. So you can use Airbyte or you can use Spark for ingestion. So you can use Spark, Python for ingestion of data. That is bringing the data into landing area. So in the course, we are going to see different way of doing ingestions. We are going to use different tools for ingestion, and we are going to do transformation by using SQL. We are going to use transformation using DBT, and we are going to use Airflow for orchestration. Okay, that is what we are going to do in the course. And we will see how other features like how to clone the data, how to micro partition works in Snowflake, the core concept, everything we will see. Stages, external stage, internal stage, Snowpipe. So we will see all the core concept. And then also we will work with real world use cases. So we are going to build two projects. So the first project, let me go to the projects. The first project, we are going to ingest the data, ingestion through Spark or ingestion through Airbyte. We bring the data into ingestion like a raw data, raw layer, and we do transformation, and then we deliver it to the consumers. So if you see the architecture, this is what we will be doing. So we are going to ingestion using Airbyte. We are doing ingestion, and in transformation we are using DBT, and for orchestration we are using Airflow. So these are the thing we are doing it in the first project. So we are working on a medallion architecture. So we are we are taking a real world use case, a logistics application. We are trying to build a logistics application. So we are collecting the data from different sources through Airbyte, bringing the data into Snowflake, and we are doing transformation using DBT, and we are going to transform the raw data into aggregated data, and we are writing unit test case. We are building some enterprise use case. We are covering enterprise use case here. Like we are writing unit test case. We are doing some tests here and writing some rules here. Like using DBT, we are doing all this enterprise use case. And then we are presenting the data so consumers can use it. So this is the first project, which is a batch processing pipeline. So for that we use Airflow. So let me show. So we are using like Airbyte. So we are creating connections. We are getting the data from MySQL here and loading into Snowflake, and we are building a incremental pipeline. So you can see here, this is an incremental pipeline. I can sync it here, I can run it here. So your data can be run in a synchronized way. So we are going to build an incremental loading of data, or you can do full load here. I can do full load or incremental load. So ingestion of data, I can use Airbyte and bring the data into raw layer. And then we are going to run our DAGs, which is a workflow. We are going to use Airflow and build a pipeline, data pipeline, and that will run your different kind of workflows. So we are going to build a workflows that can be DBT, that can be like a SQL. So we are going to build a data pipeline. So once the data comes into raw, layer, it's a raw layer, we are going to do transformations. For that, we use Airflow as an orchestration. So we build data pipeline and we run the pipeline using Airflow. Okay, so we are going to do SQL here and we are going to do DBT here for the transformations. So that is the first project. We will use Airbyte. We will use like Airflow for orchestration. We will use Snowflake SQL and we will do use DBT for transformations. And also we will use SQL. We will see Snowspark also here. Okay, we will cover in the first project. It's a batch processing pipeline. So we are building a batch processing pipeline. And the second project is a streaming pipeline. So in the second project, where we are working on a streaming use case. So we are using Snowpipe here. We are using data which is coming from Kafka or Kinesis. So we are getting the data from your Kafka system or from Kinesis messaging server. From the messaging server, we are collecting the data and we are building a streaming pipeline using streams, tasks, and we are building a streaming pipeline using Snowflake here. Okay, using Snowflake, we are ingesting the data and we are processing the data immediately when the data arrives. Okay, that is the second project we are working on. Let me like add this slide here. So this is the second project. So if you see high level, we are using Kafka or Kinesis. So the data is produced and the data is produced in a fast way here. So it's from IoT system or from any streaming system, the data is produced. We are using streaming services like Kafka or Kinesis, consuming the data and sending to Snowflake here. And in Snowflake, we use streams and tasks for building a streaming pipeline. So that is what we are doing in the second project. So we are building a batch processing pipeline and streaming pipeline. So in the course, we are covering two projects, batch processing pipeline and streaming pipeline. Okay, so let us see the syllabus. So this is the syllabus. So we are starting with the introduction of Snowflake. We are starting from basics. So we are going to use trial version of Snowflake here. So you can use trial version of Snowflake. Let me show the. So you can see here, I already have created a trial version. So I'm after you can use your email ID and you can create Snowflake here. Okay, so you can use your Gmail ID and use it for 30 days. After 30 days, you can create with one more email ID. So your Snowflake is going to be free. You are using trial version, so you don't have to go to enterprise version because here you can use all the enterprise feature for free for 30 days. So you can do all the thing with a free version of Snowflake. Okay, so this is where we will practice using the trial version. So after 30 days, you can use another Gmail ID and create the account. And all the files, we are going to have it. So you can create database, you can store the data, everything quickly. Okay, so that is the Snowflake. And other than that, we are going to use cloud. So you are going to use AWS. For the data lake, we are going to use AWS here or Azure here. So we are going to see both. Okay, so we are going to use ADF for some scenarios and we are going to cover Airflow for some scenarios. That means if you are using Azure, if you are using Azure cloud, you will use ADF for orchestration. If you are using AWS, we will use Airflow for orchestration. So we will use both. In the course, we will be mostly using AWS and we will use ADF little bit. So if you can see here, we are starting with Snowflake architecture. and we are learning about how to create tables, how to create stages, basics, all the basics about Snowflake in the initial 3 days. So here we are doing a weekend classes here. So each session will be 2 hours. It will be a 2 hour session. So all these classes will be a 2 hour session. So you can see here we are covering in the initial sessions. We are covering about introductions, about Snowflake, setting up the architecture, about the architecture, setting up the environment, creating tables, creating stage. We are seeing all basics here. Then slowly we are working with cloud integrations. How to work with your cloud. So you don't need to have a knowledge about cloud. So we are starting with basics. We will tell you about how to create your cloud account, AWS or Azure, and then how to set up your data lake, how to integrate with your Snowflake, how you can load the data from your cloud data lake to Snowflake. So that is what we are going to see in cloud integration. In day 4, you will see about cloud integration. Then we are getting into data share, time travel, cloning, the futures, advanced futures. We have it in Snowflake. We will see that. Then from day 6, we are going to cover Airflow. We are going to integrate with Snowflake, where we are going to run streaming pipeline using Airflow. We are going to do integration with Airflow here, and also here we are going to look into orchestration. Then about AWS integrations, integrating, working with REST APIs, working with batch processing pipelines. So Airflow orchestration we are going to cover. Then transformation, we are going to start transformations. So ingestion part, we are going to use Airbyte here. And for transformation, we are going to use Snowspark, DBT for transformation. So the first project, we are going to use Airbyte, Airflow for orchestration and DBT for transformations. That is the first project we are doing. So you can see here on day 13, day 13 is on 13th class, we are doing project implementation. We are taking a real world use case and implementing using Snowflake here. And ingestion we are doing using Airbyte. We are using DBT. We are doing CDC, incremental loading of data, and full load of data. We are doing it here. And then we are using ADF, orchestration using ADF. So here we have done everything using Airflow here. Okay, so the project we have done using Airflow. Then I will cover, if you are using Azure, how you can do the integrations in Azure. If you are using AWS, you use Airflow. If you are going to use Azure, how we can execute the same project in Azure environment. That is what we are going to see using ADF. So here we will cover with SQL Server. We will do full load of data, copying of data from SQL Server, and how you'll see how to run a DBT here. We will cover all this thing. Then GitHub integration, how to integrate with GitHub, how to work on CI/CD pipeline. So we will cover here, along with GitHub integration, we will cover CI/CD pipeline for DBT and Snowflake. So that is what we are going to cover. Then we are coming into advanced concept, where we are covering streaming, Snowpipe, task stream, Kafka ingestion, and we are working on the project implementations. Then we are covering performance tuning, optimizations, interview discussions. So what scenarios will be asked? So we are discussing about all the scenarios here. So we are working on query optimizations, query profile, micro partitioning, clustering. So all the optimization concept we are going to discuss on 18th session. So this is the syllabus. So we have discussed about project. We have discussed about syllabus. So any questions from anyone, you can ask now the questions. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. So we have discussed about.
Hi, how can we test the incremental load is done properly or not from this one? Like, can we do or are you going to explain in this one?
You want to verify the data. Is it that you want
Yes.
to verify the data? So we are
Yeah.
going to write some Python script and we are going to ingest that and then verify the data. So we'll write some Python script and we will validate the data. Whether the number of data inserted, is it correctly setting it to target? We will validate that by writing Python scripts.
I'm asking like incremental data verification. Like for day one, you will load full data, and day two, only partial records like updated or new records only will be
Yeah, you
inside.
can see here, right? Can you see here? It shows my
Ah,
incremental data set. It shows four
oh,
data. I can do sync here. When I does sync, it will take only incremental data. So I can configure in Airbyte, I can configure whether I want to do full load or incremental load. So it shows me if it runs, right? I can run it manually, I can schedule it and run it. So it will show me how many records got synchronized.
oh,
Whether
oh,
zero records or how many records it will show me. So ingestion of data, we will do it using CDC. We will modify some records. We'll update some records. We will insert some records, and we will check if it is coming correctly here. And also, we'll go to Snowflake. We will validate that if it is correctly coming correctly or not. That is how we are going to do it.
okay.
Hi, well. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
can we compare Snowflake with other tools? Can you give a comparison that what other tools can be used other than Snowflake?
Snowflake is a data warehouse system where we are going to store structured data. So you can compare with Redshift, you can compare with BigQuery, you can compare with Databricks because Databricks has data warehouse also. Or you can compare with Azure Synapse Analytics. It's a data warehouse system. So you can compare with all the systems. So in Databricks, they have data warehouse. They use data engineering also. So you can do Snowflake and Databricks are the main competitor now. So they are the like both you can do it, use it in organizations.
Yeah, hi, Will.
Other tools, uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Debezium and Synapsys.
Debezium is for CDC. For changing the delta, you can use Debezium. Okay, so that is open source tool. You can use that also for capturing it's capturing the delta. For CDC, you use Debezium. Okay, so
So,
here, yeah.
in this course, you will guide us with other tools as well, and what tools we can use for which purpose. Are we getting that information as well, or it's
Yeah,
strictly with?
so in this course, for example, in this course, as I said, we are working on a data platform. So in a data platform, in the ingestion side, there can be multiple tools. It changes about organizations. So if you see, right, I'll show that. Now you can see here, ingestion, they can use Python, they can use Airbyte, Stitch, any of the two. But we cannot teach all this, right? I show with the Airbyte here. So if you learn Airbyte, then you will understand how it is done in the ingestion process. Or they may use Python or Spark. They may write their own scripts. They may write the ingestion by writing the
but
Spark script. They can do it that
but
also.
all tools have a basic ingestion. So concept are same, but methods would be different.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, if you understand the ingestion process of one system, you can easily implement using other systems. That is why we learn it with one tool. Then you will easily understand how it can be done with other tool.
Okay.
Okay, so that is why we are seeing Airbyte here. So if you are going to Phytron, again, it's a similar to Airbyte is open source, so it's free. You can download and use it. But Phytron is not going to be open source. It's not open source. You have to get an enterprise license. You cannot use it. Stitch is also enterprise version. So that is why we are not going to use this. We are going to use only Airbyte.
Yeah, hi, Will.
Yeah, hi, hi,
Uh,
Will.
so
Yeah.
I just had one question. Like in Snowflake, like what are the roles that we can target, and like what is the market scenario? Are there like Snowflake specific, Snowflake and DBT roles?
Yeah,
Uh,
like there are like
more.
Snowflake consultant role that are available, senior role. Like normally in organizations, they have data warehouse and they have a lot of work being done in data warehouse, designing the data models, or like ingesting the data into data warehouse, and it's used by consumers. So any data product which they want faster access, they will use from data warehouse. Okay, so Snowflake, if there are roles like Snowflake developer roles, if you are getting into higher level, right, architect, or if you are going to be a team lead, then you need to have a knowledge about Snowflake also, because you need to be, if you are
Like
not talking,
Snowflake data engineer roles. What about that?
yeah, data engineer role also is there. You can apply for data engineering role also. For a data engineer, they will look for different tools. You need to have experience with AWS cloud and the Snowflake. It's not only Snowflake, right? You have to have experience on multiple things. When you're applying for
So
data engineering role, they will look for you to have experience on cloud also, and then like some data engineering tools, and then Snowflake.
so with this course, I can target for like those kind of roles, right?
Yeah.
Snowflake data
So
engineer.
we are going to explain it. Abhishek will be
Ah,
explaining about how for like for a senior role. So what like you have to prepare, and if
so
you are
let's say
looking
for
for
4 years experience.
yeah, 4 years experience data engineering role. You if you are going to like target for a higher package, then you have to have knowledge about Snowflake also. So that means if you have knowledge about the latest technology, then it's easier to like get higher packages. So that is why even for 4 years experience, if you have knowledge about Snowflake, it's going to help you to add your profile.
Got it. So basically, the two projects that we had discussed today. So is it like so? How will we be able to project that in the interviews or uh, you know
So this
jobs?
projects are real world projects. So whatever we have implemented previously, so that
Hmm.
same kind of architecture the project is built. So you can say that you have knowledge. So this is not a like this to build this project. It takes 1 year of time. So you can say that you worked on this, you have knowledge on this, you worked as a freelancing role, or you have worked on this by yourself. You have learned this project, or you worked on this project. Like both will take at least like 1 year or 1.5 years to build a project. So first project is 1.5 years, and second project is also 1 year or 1.5 years. So that is how
Okay,
you
so you
can add it to your
got it. So you will be helping with resume and like this explain project explanation interviews and all.
helping with adding your like how we'll provide you resume templates. We will tell you how to write your resume for the projects, and then we will also help you for scenario based questions, how to answer all those things. Will help.
Okay. So in interview, like if I have to explain about like the project that I've worked in, so will I be basing it on this two projects?
Yeah. You can put these two projects. And other thing is,
Hmm.
if you learn this project in data engineering or when you're working on the data platforms, if you learn one data platform project, it's easier to project with other projects. So if you're working on the one logistics scenario, what I'm saying, then you can easily build like banking or insurance, any use case, right? You can easily project yourself and build it. That means you can, if you understand the architecture and you have to understand the layers, and if you know the architecture of that, it's easily you can project yourself for other projects also. Okay, so even if we are providing two projects here, you can say that other projects, whatever you have worked on, that also you have little bit experience on the data engineering or Snowflake, and project yourself.
Got
Yeah, hi,
it.
well, I just want to know, okay, just coming back to the same question someone has raised. So why should I choose Snowflake instead of Amazon Redshift? So Redshift also we are processing the data, the Snowflake also. Just you are dumping the data. So what makes difference?
Like Redshift, like Snowflake has lot of features than Redshift. Okay, and they are the market leader in data warehouse, cloud-based data warehouse. So here in the course itself, we are building streaming use case. If you see the second project, it's a real-time processing of data, which you cannot do it in Redshift. Okay, so we are doing a streaming processing. That means I'm collecting data lively coming from IoT system, and then I'm storing it lively and building a streaming pipeline, and then my dashboard will be there available. It shows my last 5 minutes of data, which I cannot do it in Redshift. So if you are going to do in Redshift, you have to use various services. Like you have to go for different services, and then only you can build application in AWS. But streaming application is easier to build in Snowflake. So that is one feature. Other than that, there are a lot of features with Snowflake. Data sharing is easy, and it is faster to connect with different data consumers. So different consumers, right? It can be Power BI, dashboards, different systems, right? They can access it very faster. So it's like faster and you don't have to do optimizations. So if you're working on BigQuery or if you're working on Redshift, you have to go on infrastructure. You have to do fine tuning. You have to do a lot of optimization by yourself. But with Snowflake, there is a lot of things already done automatically. You just have to build the applications and they take care of doing it for you. So that is the advantage. And it's easy to work with. That is the other thing. So when you are working on with faster applications and you want to build a faster application, so Snowflake is preferred over Redshift. So these are the features. There are other features also. These are the few features which is straight away to tell with comparison to Redshift.
Okay, part of this course, will you cover all the securities and dynamic tables, streams, tasks, and RBAC policy, HIPAA, and the cost management, cluster management? All these topics will be covered part of this course.
Streams, tasks, all the advanced no pipe here, right? So all the advanced concept you're tasting, and we will discuss about the basics, right? Architecture, the clustering concepts, and then the optimization, query profile, monitoring, everything will be discussed in the course.
Okay, and one quick question also. Okay, itself, okay, Snowflake itself, okay, by using tasks, we can schedule we schedule anything, right? Okay, so automatically that will trigger and run, okay. But why you are using Airflow or Airbyte to schedule your jobs?
Yeah, you can see here, my for example, I have to integrate with multiple services. So I have a REST API. I want to get the data from REST API, load it into Snowflake, do flattening, transformation. So I'm going to interact with my REST API. So my source is REST API. Okay, I can easily use Airflow here. So I can integrate with the AWS cloud. I can integrate with the Azure cloud. So it's not only you are working with one system, right? When you are working with multiple system, orchestration tool helps you to integrate multiple system and build a data pipeline. For that only we use Airflow. So if you are using tasks, it's just only
at the
scheduling.
same time, when you are hitting the data from multiple clouds or multiple sources, they are located in different way. So
yeah, differently.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can get data from data lake and I can start my data from data lake and then bring it to Snowflake, then do transformations. So that you can do it in Airflow. Okay, so you can do integration of multiple services easier with Airflow because Airflow is in Python. So it's easier to work with ML models, different AWS cloud or Azure cloud. It's easier to integrate. That is why we use Airflow.
It's just a replicate or it's a scheduling tool?
It does scheduling also. It's for orchestration, creating your workflows and scheduling. So it's not only scheduling, right? So your task does only scheduling, triggering, does scheduling and triggering. But here you are doing orchestration of services. Your Snowflake is one component here. Along with that, you can have multiple components. You can do orchestrate a data pipeline and you can execute it, monitor also. So I can run it, I can monitor it. Every pipeline, did it work? Did it fail? And I can see the logs also. I can see from Snowflake also I can see the logs. From other system also I can see the logs.
Okay, just a data replication one, right? Okay, where you are fetching the data from different sources and you can do the monitoring like a click.
Yeah. So it's a tool where you can orchestrate, monitor, and you can schedule it also. So like orchestration tool.
Yeah. And one last question from my side. Okay, that the other people also waiting to raise some questions. So here DBT, okay, are you going to use for ELT process or ETL process?
DBT is for transformation. Okay, so DBT core, we are going to use DBT core here. DBT cloud is there, which is equivalent to Airflow. We are not going to use DBT cloud. We are going to use DBT core for transformation. So when you write SQL, it's tough to maintain it for real world purposes. Okay, so I cannot do a lot of things in SQL by writing SQL. But if you write DBT code, you can do easy unit testing. You can layer the structure. You can do a lot of things with DBT. So that is why we are using DBT in the course. Let me show quickly.
Right, DBT for ETL or ELT? Okay, just my question was.
We are doing for transfer ELT.
ELT. Okay, first. So after data warehouse, you are just doing all these transformations. First,
so the data is coming through Airbyte. The data is
Okay.
loaded to air by tier. Once the data is loaded, we are doing transformations through
And they are
DB.
then you are creating the mods over there.
Correct.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Okay, any questions from anyone?
So Will, like I muted people now, so let's like continue with the demo, and in the last we'll again take the this question answer session because we have certain things to cover, and I will try to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this
yeah.
question answer in the
Sure.
last. So guys, all the question will be
Yeah, yeah. We'll
answered.
stop it.
All the question will be answered. Few are waiting for like other parts to be covered. We have other things to be covered, so we will answer all the question, but in the last of the demo. So if you have some question which is left, please wait. We will take that question in the last of the demo. Thank you so much. Yeah, Will, you can continue, please.
Okay, so if you are experienced and if you want to learn along with DBT, if you want to learn AWS cloud, so we have a course. So that means we have a like a course for AWS also. So you can learn that also. I'll share that syllabus here. So if you are interested in learning AWS also, because like if you want to gather high experience, that means if you want to implement cloud also along with Snowflake, then you can go for both the courses. So we provide some discounts and we have an offer. I think Abhishek will talk detailing about that. But let me share the AWS syllabus also here. So in AWS data engineering course, we cover about AWS basics and then transformation, how to do transformation, and then how to do optimization using Spark. ETL, it's more of ETL and using different services, using Lambda, step functions, working with different event-driven pipeline, batch processing pipeline, all the AWS services. So your focus is mostly on AWS services. So if you have 8 years or 10 years of experience, you can focus on working with the AWS also and then Snowflake also. For example, in the AWS course, we are covering all the services like S3, IAM, RDS, Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, EMR. We are covering Spark, Terraform, step functions, and Airflow. So this is what we are covering in AWS also. Okay. So I'll stop now. Abhishek, you can take it over. You can explain about the integrated course,
Yeah,
and
all
then you
right.
can explain about
All right. Thank you so much for Vale for giving us the overview. Give me a moment, guys. I will try to continue now. All right. So I was so we have already covered this introduction, warehouse, what is data engineering, coding is required, who can learn, and all of that, right? Now I was just going through the chat. Many people are here who are like 8 years of experience, 9 years of experience, that kind of people, right? So let me explain few things, right? So that it's clear for everyone. So now, if I go over here in our website, like we have already went through the syllabus of a Snowflake data engineering course, right? So Vale has given you the good picture about it, about the Snowflake data engineering course, right? Now these people who are experienced, like so they have 5-10 years of experience, right? And then they are looking for more package as well, like more than suppose 20-25 LPA. They are looking for a change, and also they want to target 30 LPA, 40 LPA kind of a package. So it's very clear, guys, when you want to like target more package, you need to learn more, right? You need to show more experience, you need to do more projects so that it is satisfy your experience as well at the same time, right? So what you can do, right? You can integrate Snowflake either with AWS, and also you can integrate Snowflake with Azure data engineering program. Any cloud you can choose, and you integrate the course, right? That you can do. So this is the AWS integration program, right? In which you can integrate the AWS program, right? That you can do. So over here, if you can see that we have Azure data engineering program, we have AWS data engineering program, and then we have a Snowflake data engineering program. So you can integrate Snowflake either with AWS, or you can integrate Snowflake with Azure data engineering program, right? That you can do. So Vale was going through and showing you the AWS data engineering program, right? In which we will cover like AWS, S3, Athena, Delta Lake, Snowflake, Kinesis, Lambda, RDS, right? And here you can show 4 to 5 years of experience, right? That you can do. And here also you can do 3 more projects along with the Snowflake project, which we already do, right? So this is also a 2 months course curriculum, right? And you can also integrate Snowflake with Azure data engineering program, right? With this also you can integrate. And then here also we will be teaching you 3 projects. So you can download the course curriculum from here. You can see what will be taught. So over here we will be teaching you data factory. We will be teaching you Synapse. We will be teaching you Fabric, a little bit of Databricks, right? And these are the architecture diagram we will be going through, right? So this is the first architecture diagram. This is the second architecture diagram, and this is the third architecture diagram we will go through, right? So just in summary, the people who are more experienced can integrate Snowflake course with AWS, and also they can integrate with Azure to learn the orchestration part in detail, such as Glue they can learn in detail in AWS. In Snowflake as well, we will cover Glue. But if you want to really learn Glue in a very detailed manner, you can integrate like in AWS program, you can learn about Glue in a very detailed manner. And in Azure data engineering program, you can learn data factory in a very detailed manner, along with some sort of a Fabric Synapse understanding that you can do, right? So now, and also people were asking me, hey, like what are the salary range and what is the profile which we can target? So if you go to naukri.com profile, right, and if you open jobs, over here, so guys, you can search for Snowflake developer role, right? If you search for Snowflake developer role, you can see how many jobs openings are there, right? So Snowflake is pretty in demand, right? And then when you search Snowflake data engineering person, right? Over here you can search, and then you can see the openings of Snowflake data engineering, right? That also you can see. And when you target like Azure data engineering, for example, you can see those openings as well over here. That also you can see, right? Which in some part of it includes Snowflake. And you can also type AWS data engineering, and you can see that as well, right? That you can do. So there are opening, but you can see that Snowflake has a pretty good opening along like different experience, right? That you can see, right? And Snowflake would be very much favorable for the people who has a very good SQL background, and then they want to learn Snowflake, start with Snowflake. And the people who have a different background as well, right? They know basic SQL, then they can start learning Snowflake. It would be really easy for them, right? Now, how the learning path will look like? Let me show you that now. So suppose some people ask that, hey, we are doing projects, but how our learning path will look like? So let me show you that now. So if I show you any learning path of any of our courses, right? So let me show you this particular learning path of this particular course. All of our courses are designed in the same manner. We basically class 1 homework, class 2 homework, and then we basically class by class we teach, and then we build project. In the ninth class, we are building a project, right? And then we are again teaching you something. We are teaching you new things. We are teaching you new thing every day. We are teaching you new things, and then we are again building a project in the end, right? Yeah, so here we are building a project. Now sometimes you can think that, hey Abhishek, like in real time in the company the project takes around 1 year to build, but how you guys are building all the 2 projects in 2 months, and you are telling that, hey, it can give you 2 years of 3 years of experience. So if you think about it, guys, I am like in the corporate job. When you build a project, you are dependent in many teams, and then in company you try to figure out things by your own. Architecture diagram you figure out, the roles you try to figure out by your own. Then the data is given to you, you try to explore the data, then you fetch the data, then you explore how to build the data. So all of that you figure out, then you build by googling it, by using chat gpt, and then try to research, and then you build, right? This is how you build. But here in the course curriculum, what we will do, we have sorted everything, right? And everything is built in front of you without any error. What you guys need to do is you guys need to basically learn from us. You need to basically try to implement in your own environment, and you need to also try some scenarios. Suppose if we do A to B or B to C, you need to try to do some C to D or E to F or something like that, right? You need to try the scenario, different scenario. So we will give you those scenarios, right? That we will do along with the homework, right? And after we build everything, we will basically like help you how to introduce yourself and then how to explain a project, and then project explanation we will also give you. Then we'll give you sample resume, then we'll give you topic wise interview question, company wise interview question, everything we will give you so that you're fully prepared, right? How it is better than YouTube, right? Or any sort of a Udemy course, because in YouTube you cannot understand that, hey, like how much I should learn from as per my profile, how much I should learn, right? So they offer a standard course, but we are offering you customized course, and then we have a like all kind of a course belongs to data engineering, such as AWS, Azure, Databricks, whatever it is, right? So we basically guide you what can be best for you, and then you can accordingly you can choose that particular course, right? And all of our courses follows the same manner. So here, if I show you the Snowflake thing, so class one introduction, and then class by class, class is going on, and then over here, so 12th class, Vail was explaining, we build a project, right? So here it's in real time, every project is built, taught with everyone, right? So over here, if you see, we are building everything real time in front of you, right? And then product is done, then we are again learning. So it is basically going on. So again, we will build a project, right? So this batch will complete in coming weeks. So you will see another project will be done, and then we will basically give you the interview question, scenario based question, how to explain those projects in the interview, all of that we will be guiding you as well, right? So this is how the overall course curriculum will go, right? Now let me try to summarize everything for you so that it's very, very clear for you, right? So now in this particular Snowflake course, that you can get 3 years of experience. What will be taught? Snowflake, Airflow, Glue, ADF, and DBT will be taught. We will be doing 2 projects in 2 months. You can get SnowPro core certificate after the course. The basic knowledge of SQL is required for this particular course, right? You can target up to 20 LPA, 20 25 LPA by doing the only Snowflake data engineering course, right? So this course is capable enough to target 20 LPA package, right? This course is starting from 10th of August, 8:30 p.m. 8:30 a.m. will be the timing. The course will be taught every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, right? But now somebody says that, Abhishek, what if I want to learn like my expectation or my experience is 10 years and I'm already looking for 30 LPA or 25 LPA or 35 LPA package. So in that case, you can combine Snowflake with AWS course curriculum, in which you can get 5 years of experience, right? You can learn AWS as well, Glue, DynamoDB, Athena, Kinesis, Lambda, Lakehouse, right? You can do 5 projects, like 3 projects from AWS course curriculum, and then 2 projects in Snowflake course curriculum. This course go for 4 months, right? So you learn for 4 months in that case, because you want to target more packages. So you ideally need to learn more, and you can basically target like Snowpro, Snowpark certificate, and then you can also do AWS data engineering certificate, right? The basic knowledge of SQL is required for this, and you can expect up to 20 to 40 LPA, right, for this particular course, right? After you learn for 4 months, the batch start date is same, 10th August, 8:30 p.m. IST. Similarly, you can integrate Snowflake with Azure data engineering program as well, right? In which you learn ADF, data lake, fabrics, and apps along with the Snowflake course, right? That also you can do, and basic knowledge of SQL and Python is required for this as well, right? Now, this is a summary about everything. So if you're targeting only Snowflake, you can go for this. If you're targeting Snowflake plus AWS, you can go for this. And if you want to target Snowflake with Azure, you can go for this, right? Now, somebody will ask, Abhishek, I'm confused whether to choose Azure and AWS, right? So suppose you can just see that, hey, have you worked in SSIS before, or you have experience in Azure background before, so you can go for Azure. And if you have experience in some sort of a Glue S3, you can go for AWS. But if you don't have any experience in any cloud, you can choose any cloud and you can integrate. That also you can do without any problem, okay? Or you can just start with Snowflake, see which cloud to pick in later on, right? That also you can do. Or you want to start small, so you can just go for Snowflake as well, which is a 2 months course curriculum, right? That also you can do. All right, guys. So this is a summary about everything. Now, each of the course, right? Snowflake course is 20,000 rupees. AWS data engineering course is also 20,000 rupees. And Azure data engineering course is also 20,000 rupees. If you check, all of our courses follow the standard price, right? So each course is 20,000 rupees, live course, right? You can check out in the website. Now what we are offering today is, right, Snowflake data engineering course. The original price is 20,000 rupees, but in the today's demo we are giving it in the 17,000 rupees. You need to pay 10,000 rupees now, in which we'll give some learning material for you so that you can practice till the time the batch starts, right? And this is the payment link for that, and this particular offer is valid till today only, right? Now, when you integrate Snowflake course with AWS course curriculum, which is again like 20,000, which becomes 40,000 rupees. So we are offering in today's demo in 30,000 rupees, right? You need to pay 20,000 rupees now, rest after the batch starts, right? And you'll get some learning material as well for this as well. You can also integrate Snowflake with Azure course curriculum. Original price is 40,000 rupees. You can also get it in 30,000 rupees, right? Now somebody says that, Abhishek, I only want the recording of Snowflake course. I don't want to learn live. So in that case, you can get the recording, right, in which you can learn in your own pace. The price for that is 8,999. You can get it in 7,999. The difference between the live and recording is, in the recording, you just get recording. You don't attend the live classes, but the syllabus wise, everything is same. And the mock interview support is not there. In Snowflake course, we will basically help you with the mock interview, resume building and all of that. So in recording, that support is not there, right? So just to summarize everything now, right? Snowflake data engineering course is for anyone who has who are looking for 3 years of experience, 4 years of experience, targeting up to 20 LPA. Now, if you're targeting more than that, you can integrate Snowflake with Azure, or you can also integrate Snowflake with AWS course curriculum, right? And then learn ADF in general in Azure and learn Glue in AWS course, right? And this is the offer which we are offering, right? Now, like if anybody has any question, right, you can now, first of all, let me also send the link so that you can enroll for the course, and then we'll take up the questions while people are enrolling, exploring around, right? Give me a moment. All right, guys. So I will give you the chance so that you can unmute yourself and ask question. Give me a moment. All right, guys. If anybody has any question about anything, or if you're confused about something, you can probably go ahead and ask.
Yeah, I one doubt actually. Can we directly learn Azure or AWS instead of Snowflake? Is that a good idea with 3+ years of experience?
Yeah, you can directly learn it depending upon your background. In which particular background you are?
Node.js developer backend.
Hmm?
Backend developer, Node.js.
Yeah, you can learn directly AWS or Azure as well, but Snowflake might be a bit easy for you to catch if you're targeting 20 LPA, because it is a data warehouse and it is built on SQL, which would be bit easy for you, but you can learn directly Azure or AWS, that also.
Okay.
Hi there. Hi
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Bharat.
Yeah, apart from futures in Snowflake, everything is like SQL only, right?
Sorry.
Apart from extra futures or advanced futures in Snowflake, everything is like SQL only, right?
Yes, Vail, can you please confirm and answer this question?
Yeah.
Vail, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. What? Can you?
yes. In Snowflake, apart from futures, everything is like as SQL only, right?
Like Snowflake, you can write SQL also. You can
Okay.
write, if you are using Snowspark, you can write
Okay.
it as a data. You can write Python code also.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
and if
again,
you're
one more.
using DBT, you can use configuration also. You can write SQL, but in the templating, you can write unit test case. You can
Okay.
more standardize the enterprise future using DBT.
Again, one more thing. Well, as you said that we can do modifications or transformation using the queries only, then why we need to use again that another DBT tools are like that? Because DBT
With
is not a full-fledged GTL tool; it's just for transformations only, right?
yeah. So, like as I said, DBT is going to help you to bring some enterprise features, right? For example, I want to write unit test case. I want to
Okay.
bring in macros, reusable code. I want to bring in
Okay.
some reusable functionalities. I want to take reusable functions and integrate that. So that like you can bring in a lot of like enterprise features. It's layering. You can layer the code and run it folder wise, or you can
That
test
means it,
folder.
yes, yes. That means it's a kind of thing we can. That means it will provide advanced features which we can't perform through using that querying only, right?
It's a build tool. DBT is a build tool. It's going to help you to build the code in easier way. That is what it's going to help you.
Okay.
It's going to run on Snowflake. You're going to run
Okay.
again SQL. So it's going
Okay.
to
Okay.
help you to build the application quicker and it provides you easier when you are working in a team, in organizations, when multiple guys are working. It provides the
Okay.
easier way of accessing the code and writing it. It's easier
Okay.
to integrate and work. That layering also
Okay.
it provides folder level, file level access. You can easily do it instead of writing one this big SQL and everyone if they are going to work, it's very difficult. So that is why DBT helps you. It's a build tool. It helps you for organization to easily multiple guys can use it. Parallelly, they can work on code and you can build unit test cases. You can bring in macros. So like that, you can use all the features for building the
Okay.
project and then running it.
Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Will. Like you have said, in real-time process, we'll be using Kafka. So we'll be
Yeah.
creating any endpoints like to extract those data.
So Kafka, we are going to have the Kafka server installed on our local itself. So we are going to send data to Kafka server. So we are going to produce the data. We are going to mock the IoT data, send it to Kafka, and it will be sent through Kafka messaging server. It will be sent to Snowflake. And we'll do ingestion, transformation, everything on the Snowflake itself. That means instead of the
Okay.
IoT device, we are mocking the data using Python application.
Okay. So yes, Snowflake will be the consumer.
Snowflake will act as a gateway. It is a messaging service which will consume the data and from the producer it will consume the data and send it to the consumers. So your producer are going to be Python application instead of IoT device. Your Python application will be the producer and your Snowflake will be consumer. And your Kafka is a messaging service. It's a queue mechanism. It provides the proper delivery of data from consumer to producer to consumer.
So we'll have an
Okay.
idea over that. Like we'll be working upon those endpoints areas.
Yeah. So we are going to like have Kafka running in local, and we will send the data. We will process the data. We will use that, and we will use that in the ingestion layer. We will load the data into raw tables, and we will use streams and pipes, and then transform the data. So we will see a live use case on that.
Okay. So apart, what are the basic like languages like we should be aware before enrolling into the Snowflake?
Like you need to have good knowledge on SQL and basic knowledge on Python. Some
Okay.
things we will do it for script generation or for generating code or for running some script, we'll use Python. So that's why basic knowledge of Python, but SQL is very important. But little bit of Python knowledge is for running some scripts, we'll use Python.
Okay. When we integrate along with any cloud technologies, like what can you suggest what are the languages it is necessary, like we should be proficient?
We are going to use AWS Cloud. We will be for sending email, we'll use SNS. For sending summary reports, we'll use SES. Or for error notification, we'll use SNS. Like that, we will use SNS, SES, different AWS service. And we will use S3 as a data lake for storing the data, unstructured or semi-structured data, JSON data. We'll use S3 for storing the data. So we will use AWS services, but we are going to do only configuration and we will use little bit Python there and SQL, mostly SQL we are going to use. So on the
Okay.
cloud, we will be using Python, little bit of Python.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any
Very well.
questions from anyone?
Anybody has any question, any confusion, guys? So you can go ahead and ask regarding any confusion if you have regarding the course curriculum. And just to repeat, right? So this is the link which I have pasted. And then if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. This particular offer will be valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. And we are taking 20 students only for the Snowflake batch, right? So please go ahead and register. And if you have any confusion, you can go ahead and ask, guys. Please.
Yeah, like you have said, the courses around 2 months. And what would be the timeline for the project we'll be doing?
Like you're asking about Snowflake course.
Yeah.
Um, like there will be two projects will be covered. A timeline as in it will be covered in 2 months. Like, what's your question?
The project, like in the sense, the timeline will be covered within the 2 months, or the courses for 2 months, and apart from that, project will be there.
So we are basically learning by implementing a project. So suppose, so like Vale, can you just answer how you are doing it? Ideally,
So here we are not learning everything theoretically, right? So like that is what the industrial way of learning is different. Theoretical learning is different. So here we are implementing things and learning from it. That means we are executing project, and along with that we are learning concepts. So you get all the information about that. So we are doing the project and learning things. That means we will first 10 days we will start with the basics, and then after seventh day we will start working on airflow orchestration. We will start working on the projects. We will start working on the project one. We will build the data pipeline. You will work on the project. So you will complete the project, the first project in after a few days itself. You can see here as Abhishek sharing it. We have completed the first project after 10 or 12th class itself. And then we will start again stream and the streaming, and the second project we will complete before the course. We will complete the second project also. Okay. So that means we will build the concepts also. Along with the concept, we will do real-time implementation also. So at the end of the 2 months, you will have two projects completed along with the concepts also.
Okay.
and if you think about it, this is how you ideally learn in the company as well, right? So in company, when you join a company, it's not like, yeah, so theoretically somebody is teaching us or something like that. We basically like whenever something is comes up, we try to learn it, deliver it. That is what we will be doing here as well.
Yeah, hi Abhishek. Uh, yeah, I just want to understand how you will be like helping with job switch or uh, placement with
So what we will be doing is we will basically teach you first of all the projects which you can write in your resume, and after that you can prepare the resume. And then I already shown that, hey, like after that, after you prepare the resume, then we will basically assist you how to introduce yourself when you're giving an interview, and how to introduce a project while you're giving an interview, because it might be the case that you don't know how to explain the project which you have learned. So we will basically guide you with that. So we will actually tell you this is how you need to go and introduce yourself, this is how you need to explain the project, and this is how you need to answer questions such as, hey, what are the technical challenges you have faced in the project, what was the team size, and how project requirement started. So all of those questions which generally you won't be aware because you have done the project with us. So those questions we will be basically helping you, assisting you. And after that, we will be sharing the interview question, which is generally been asked, because many people, many students from us, like of us, like giving the interviews regularly, and we also take regular interviews. So we will be sharing interview question with you, not like chat GPT fied interview question. The actual interview question, which is people are asking, that will be shared with you. And then, so this is how we will help you. So you have everything, you have projects, you have resume, you know how to give interview. And then in the end, we'll take a mock interview so that you're fully prepared. And the only thing which we will not do is, will not share, like we will share the openings, whatever we get in our LinkedIn profile, in our alumni group, and then you can go ahead and apply to those openings, right? So this is how we will assist you, right? But in the end, what you need to do by yourself is you need to go and apply to jobs by yourself. But whatever we get, we share that with you.
So, like, I mean, like Snowflake related jobs, are they mostly into like migration, data migration?
Uh, Data migration, not data processing in general, right? So Snowflake is more into the data warehouse, so it is more into the data processing side of things. And then when it comes to data migration, you need to mainly focus on either Glue or ADF. So Snowflake is more on a data warehouse side, which basically is a data processing in general. All right, is it clear?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
thanks.
Anybody has any question, guys?
I,
Uh, Anybody has any
yeah,
question, guys?
can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. What's the thing is, well, currently Snowflake is in which stage? That means it's under emerging or it's already emerged on which stage? Can I know?
Uh,
Uh, yeah, like let me explain it. Like
yeah.
Snowflake is there for more than like 5 to 6 years. It's at the peak. It's already used in as I said, it's a market leader in cloud-based data warehouse, and they
Okay.
have like a competitor with Databricks. Snowflake and the
Okay.
Databricks are the market leader in data engineering and data platform. Okay, so in
Okay.
organizations, either they use Databricks or they use Snowflake for the data platform, data engineering work. Okay, so they are the on data warehouse, they are the market leader. But in Snowflake, you can do data science, you can use
Okay.
it for data engineering, you can do different purpose.
That means the projects which are currently running or relied on traditional databases or data warehouse now. That means they are transforming their data warehouse into Snowflake or new emerged ones only using Snowflake.
So if a company is like building intelligence, right? They are building some data products, data intelligence. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
slowly they will bring the data from all the sources. They cannot do it
Okay.
immediately, right? The company may have
Yes.
300
Yes.
or
Yes.
400 sources. They will do
Yes. Yes.
only one by one. So they will start with sales, they'll start with finance, like that. Like each will be running parallelly, or one by one, the data will be brought into centralized layer, and that will happen in a pipeline. So it happen, there will be roadmap, and it happens to like a lot of time. So this project cannot be, everything cannot be done immediately. It takes a lot of time to.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. Anybody has any question, you can go ahead and ask.
I just had this question about SnowPro course certificate. Like, is it like really worth to do it, or like can we bypass doing that?
So, from my perception, guys, any certificate, like the certificate is good enough. Like if you want to get a certificate, the certificate is good only to uh, your resume to get selected. But when you approach a certificate, you don't learn a real-time experience from that. So what you can do is you first learn a real-time projects, which is taught by us. Then you start applying jobs. Then after that, if you're not getting an interview calls, then you might consider doing a certificate, but not other way around. So what people do generally, they first prepare for the certificate, they pay money for that, and then they go and try to find a job without learning actually real-time project implementation. That will not suggest you do. What you need to do is you first learn project, you write those project in your resume, go and try to find a job, and if you're not getting an interview call, then you might consider doing a certificate, write that in your resume, and then again go and find a job. But in general, you get an interview call without without this Snow Pro core certificate as well. Okay. Anybody has any question, guys? All right, guys. Anybody has any question, guys? Okay, if there is no question, so let me summarize everything. So you can go for a Snowflake course if you have a basics of SQL background. It might be easy for you as well to start with, right? And the people who have like 3, 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience, you can go ahead and learn Snowflake. But suppose if you are targeting more than 20 LPA, if you want to show more experience, like 5, 6 years of experience, 7 years of experience, and you're targeting more than 20 LPA, you need to anyways learn more. For that, either you can integrate the course with AWS and also you can integrate with Azure. We have offerings for that so that you can go ahead and learn that as well. And the price for that is accordingly. You can check it over here. So when you enroll for both of the courses together, you get a good discount and you can get the course in 30,000 rupees. But when you enroll for Snowflake course, the original price is 20,000 rupees, which you can get in 17,000 rupees. And you can also buy a recording if you want to learn at your own pace without attending the live class in a cheaper price, which is around 8,999, which you can get in 7,999. All right. Anybody has any question, guys, which you want to ask?
You have mentioned the course timing is only on the morning. Like, do you have any evening time courses?
I think people are not interested to learn in weekend evening. So we started the course, but generally nobody is generally like joins because they want to spend time with their family and all of that. So we prefer to have a morning time itself.
Okay.
So just
So
to
it's
answer your
weekly.
question, in weekends we don't have a evening class, but if you want to learn like in weekdays, morning or evening, then we are offering a AWS course, only AWS course in morning and evening, but we don't have a Snowflake course in weekdays timing, morning, evening schedule that we don't have.
Okay. So the courses happens every week twice,
Every week,
Saturday and Sunday.
twice, Saturday and Sunday, and during the week you can practice. So once you learn in weekends, you learn for 4 hours in approx. So during the week you can practice whatever you have learned and try to implement it and again attend the class.
Okay.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys, which you want to ask? Okay. All right. So yes, somebody saying something. One last time, if you have any question, you can ask. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending the masterclass. I hope it brings some value to you. I hope this is basically the roadmap is at least clear for you, right? And then if you are interested to enroll, go ahead and enroll, right? We are taking 20 students only. And then you can avail the offer till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. And after that, this particular offer will expire. And then if you have any questions regarding anything, you can ping our team. You can ping me, right? You will get the number in the WhatsApp and we can speak about it as well. Thank you so much. See you then. Bye.